Good morning, guys. It is bright and early. I'm here with Spencer Berke. Back here in the daytime, so you can see this stuff a little bit better. Wilshire Roadster. I love the new wheels. I wasn't a fan of the original Wilshire wheels. That's hard to say. But when they came out with the BC, those were an improvement, and these are even better. Love the accents on this thing. The white. And then check out that interior. Wilshire. Wilshire. This is absurd. Say good morning. We're both not morning people. We're freaking out here. This is helping though.
I think this is the only reason why I would wake up early.
No, I agree. I agree. I've decided to go on a new diet. No, not to lose weight, just no more coffee. I'm just gonna look at Koenigsegg's in the morning because I'm freaking energized. This is probably the coolest Koenigsegg I've ever seen. I like it more than the 1-to-1. And then under there, I believe, is the Regera. It just says on the side, so. It gives when this car is so savage that they have Wilshire BCs, Wilshire Roadsters, Centenarios, Agera RSs all uncovered, but this one, it's just too good apparently. They gotta cover it up. We're lost, but I think we found the sign.
I think we know where to go now.
Maybe, I don't know, there's no one here. You know we've ran out of content in Car Week when we start filming bees on our table. Oh,
we will also be doing a drag race braking exercise to test against Pirelli to show you how quickly you can stop. And that's the most fun to watch because that's when they really blast it and get on it.
We just showed up at the airport for an autocross event to test out the tires. I've seen so many pictures of this Porsche crane rolling shot beast camera. Oh my God, what I would do for one of those. Camera's worth more than my Huracan. All right guys, so yes, this is a sponsored event, but honestly, before I had any sort of relationship with Michelin whatsoever, I ran Pilot Super Sports on my M5, I had Pilot Super Sports on the Gallardo, I put the Pilot Sport 4S's on the Huracan, as well as on the Mercedes now. The Mercedes thing is a little bit questionable. Based on all of the reviews from other people like Car and Driver, Tire Rack, Motor Trend, and they're freaking fantastic. And I think what's easier to tell than how good a tire is how bad another tire is. So my test today is gonna see how that benchmark compares to the competitors, and it'll be easier to tell if the competitor is worse than how much better a tire is. They're doing a little demo. There's the Pirelli, there's the 4S. Let's see.
We're going to be doing 60 to 0 full-on ABS braking stops. We'll be recording the stopping distance for each tire.
So we are on the Michelin tires. .085. That's good.
That's solid.
Okay, 123.6.
I can literally feel that the car was decelerating a lot.
And that's on dry
slower
pavement, so you can imagine on wet the difference, what you would see.
Honestly, the Pirellis, the car felt like it had a different set of brakes on it. That's how drastic the difference was. The Michelin is no comparison how much better it is.
How fast did you get up to when you got to the line, or did you not even look down when you got there?
You know, I got to about 400 miles an hour, so it was just going by so fast. But honestly, I have no idea. I could tell you that there's like 4 nicks on that cone at the finish line. I was staring at that pretty intensely. Definitely, I love BMWs and I love launch control, so I did launch control every single time off the line. And the Pirellis had way more wheel spin. Okay. So if we were doing 0 to 60 runs too, I'd probably cry at the time difference. The 4S is so much better, and especially with the launch, so that makes me happy. Used to have Pirellis on the Huracan, and I could feel when doing launch control that I had less wheel spin. Now with the supercharger, I mean, the wheel spin's ridiculous if I turn traction control off. So I'm thinking potentially getting Pilot Sport Cup 2s for that car, but awesome. Now we're gonna do an autocross event in the dry, and then we're gonna do some stuff in the wet. I drive a lot of cars, and tires make a big difference. On the Sport 4S's, a lot more communication. I could actually feel the car and the ground underneath the car, so I could really modulate between understeer and oversteer. On the Pirellis, braking and just in terms of carrying speed through corners, 4S's are way better. So we just did a little autocross in 2 340i's with the Pilot Sport 4S and then the Pirelli P0. On the Sport 4S's, a lot more communication. I could actually feel the car and the ground underneath the car, so I could really modulate between understeer and oversteer. On the Pirellis, it was like some corners where I'd come in at the same speed, total understeer, and then I'd give it a little more gas and it would snap to oversteer, like with a much more rough transition than on the Michelins. And braking and just in terms of carrying speed through corners, the 4S's are way better.
Did anything surprise you out there?
I don't know, I just had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. Did the Michelins live up to expectations?
Yeah, no, I mean, I run the tires on my car, so spent my own money on them. I think that speaks for itself because there's a lot of options out there. I think that Pirelli, with these tires, was trying to have a wider audience by making the car almost more comfortable without feedback. But for the people buying high performance tires, they want that connection with the road. I don't want a necessarily smooth, deadened driving experience. So I think potentially they might have had some marketing differences, and Michelin definitely caters towards enthusiasts. Just went out on the autocross course. I don't think they were really expecting a bunch of oversteer, but if you're gonna give me free tires to roast, I'm probably gonna do that. Check out the cars we have to drive later today. This is gonna be a blast out on some awesome curvy roads. HRE, hook me up. We've got some rides to play with today. Audi R8 V10, there's a V10 Plus over there, and a car I haven't driven actually is the California T. I've driven the previous generation California, a little bit underwhelmed, wasn't all that quick, but with the turbocharged engine, definitely has some more grunt to it. So we're having some competition, and I'm sorry, but with a name like that, he just has to win. Like, that's not even fair.
Already has the advantage.
Yeah, what? So we're doing a race, but I'm just gonna drift the entire time and get last place, but I'm gonna have the most fun.
I'm gonna have you run an oval, okay? When you first get in the cars, you'll take one lap so you'll know exactly where to go. To make it a little bit more challenging, the corners are wet. You might have noticed that during the break they were switching some tires around on those cars. What they were doing, we kept the Michelin tires on the front and we put Pirellis on the back.
Just working well for my drifting idea. The next race is Alex Roy versus Marchettino. So Marco just won that competition. Honestly, his Italian name, it's like really no surprise, but good driving out there.
Because the cars was basically always beside me. That's the way I like to drive.
All right.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
So we all know Marco is a fantastic driver, but I got driving gloves. So it's on, Marco.
No, isn't that you right there? It was good.
I'm ready for you. This is the only way I can win, so I have mechanics gloves. The gloves will probably actually make it worse, so I'm gonna take these off. Here's the other problem. Marchettino's watch is worth more than the 340i, so it's a huge advantage there. I'm about to race Marco. If you never hear from me again, I've been taken hostage in Italy. Hopefully they'll store me inside an F40. Let's go. Do you have any tips for me?
Just drive slow and careful.
The bib race, a bracket-style challenge to determine an overall winner. The first car to complete 3 laps is the winner. The way to lose is to spin.
This is going to be all about the most control. Be patient, be smooth here. That's the way you win this thing.
Gentlemen, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Staying out wide there.
I went out there nervous and excited. I really wanted the power to the turns and try to drift it sideways.
I panicked because it was really greasy out there.
Unfortunately, I did a nice little spin out.
Overcorrected and it came back and then it was gone.
This is by far my funnest Monterey experience.
Yeah. Cool, nice job, very good work.
Wait, so were you in the car with the black wheels?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So there's a common denominator here. Me and him were both in the car with black wheels, and we both lost by like 1 car length. So I'm just calling total BS. This is confirmed an M3 rebodied. That 328i from 06. Crap. We've come to do a tread inspection. We're calling BS on the black wheeled car here.
Yeah. What's up with these black wheels? Have they been?
Look at that, completely bald. There's cords showing.
Yeah.
This one's just a hazard for everyone. That one though, it's on.
What's this about?
This is on F1 tires.
Yeah.
Once again, the car with the black wheels loses. I'm telling you, these are Chinese replica HREs. They're plasti dipped black, and the tires are fake.
Marco, I don't know, he's a good driver. He's a YouTuber that I've watched for a long time. It's funny to be here racing against him.
Everybody knows that Italians love to drive fast. I hope to win and drive as fast as I can.
On your mark, get ready, set, go.
I felt very nervous racing in a final and also driving with the whole track wet.
Every time we'd go around the lap, I'd see him get more and more aggressive, and I just kept getting more and more intimidated.
And Marco with the win.
Nice, got it.
Marco did some amazing driving out there. I had so much fun.
I am thrilled to be the winner today because honestly, I had lots of tough competitors.
Something that you try and avoid doing when you're known as a professional driver is going up against non-professional drivers, because all you can do is look like a...
I'm just an amateur, I love to drive fast, but it's just on another level.
If I don't win, I'm probably going to get fired. Talk about pressure.
And you can beat him. He's a Le Mans racing
Doesn't
driver.
matter.
3, 2, 1, go.
If you can spin and lose this, overconfidence means that you could really mess it up.
You need to be very delicate and feel traction of the car.
So you try and make the most of the mid-corner grip, rolling around on a little bit of dry on the inside.
Justin with the win.
You can feel through your hands and feet everything that the tire's doing for you. The PS4S is a pretty dominant tire.